Hey guys, Liquid Fire here. Thanks for joining me again tonight. So, we are back in Lintukoto, and we need to try to wrap up the rest of these tasks. So, I was taking a look a little bit earlier. We still have these 5 to do. We've got the moose that weighs 500 kilograms. We need 300 kilograms of reindeer. We need the 5-star pheasant, 300-meter brown bear, and the 3 lynx. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and pop over here to this campsite and see if we can't find some moose. It's 10 in the morning, and it looks like moose generally drink around that time. I think they start at 9. So if I come here and just kind of go down through the shore, I believe we should find some moose. Hopefully we can find a big old mature and knock this one out. So let's go ahead and get on it. I am going to make some changes to my gear though. So right now we've got the monoblock. Of course, can't get wrong with the Armada, it's great. And I've got the Apex. Normally this is a pretty good setup, but I'm hoping that we may get lucky at some point and run across a bear. So I'm going to shift things around a little bit just to be a little more prepared, because I don't want to try to take a bear at 300 meters with a 270. I don't think that's going to be the best bet, and I'm just not sure what I want to change out. So we're going to put the 338 here in slot 2. So we've got all right, we've got both of them in here. All right. Oh, wrong button. And I think I'm actually going to jump over to the SM12 for the primary. It'll be overkill if I get after anything else, but I am looking for moose specifically. So we're going to probably go ahead and run the SM12. I've also heard a lot of complaints about how it's been working, so I wanted to get a little more field time on it. Let me double check which round it is I like to use though, because I forget. So let me grab my sheet. Alright, so the SM12, where are you? Alright, here we go. So anything beyond a couple hundred yards, I like the Power Shock Soft Point for the SM12. So that's this guy here. So slot number 2 is what I'm looking for. Alright, so we know which to use. And on the 338, I'm not going to be taking, ultra long shots, so I'll just use the P1, the trophy copper on it. So that should work. And what we're going to do is just kind of work our way down this coastline here. Oh, I should grab the moose collar. But we're going to walk down this coastline and see if we can't find ourselves a moose. Let me change out the collars. I don't need this anymore. So that should cover us pretty good. We've got 2 big guns. Yeah, we are more than prepared. Probably a little bit of overkill, to be honest. Seems like forever since I've been in Lintukoto. Been playing around with the community challenge stuff and a few other things like that, which kind of pulled me away from hunting Lintukoto and knocking out the last of these missions. I want to try to get these done so I can get on to other things. What do we have marked down here? We don't need that marked. Let's focus on getting to this coastline about here. Now I have no idea how many moose are going to be around. I'm not even entirely sure how many will be along the shore, but well, I just spooked something. Oh, look at that moose, of course. Doesn't look like a mature though. Let's see if we can get eyes on him. 2-star adult. Wouldn't expect them to be that far up. I thought the first ones were down in this area, so I overlooked one. That's alright. 2-star adult, good potential, but not the moose we're looking for. Sneaky little suckers, though. They could have at least called out and let me know, hey, there's something around here. Make it a little bit easier for me. I really like these woods. I mean, it's all the same everywhere. Oh, heard something over here. It's all the same everywhere in Lintukoto. Or everywhere I've been, I should say. You know, it all looks and feels the same. I wonder what the chances are that's a moose back up here. I'd say it's pretty low chance because they're going to be at a drink zone. The only water would be up here, so I don't think it's a moose. I'm going to ignore that. I'm not going to explore it. Keep on trekking. But it all feels the same to me here. I like it. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's nice. But it all feels the same. I also feel like I've got the ground clutter turned up. Not turn that down. Oh, let's go game video. Yeah, it's on low. Oh well. Let's try to keep our eyes and ears open and find us a moose. Alright, we got something right there. I see a body. That's probably that one we spooked earlier. Oh, let's see. I just heard something off to my left. Oh, it's further back behind me. Oops. I wonder if there's a potential for moose back in there. Oh, that would be the one that I spooked, wouldn't it? Because he ran down this way. So these down here are different ones. Alright, so we're getting into the moose we were after. And then, of course, we got something way over this way. Slow down a little bit. We saw bodies down here. Okay, oh, we got a few of them down here. None of those look like they're mature to me, though. So we've got a 1-star young, that does me no good. An adult female does me no good, and a young female, no good, and here's another young female. So there could be another male back in here somewhere. Maybe. I'm guessing it's probably just going to be the extra female, but maybe we'll get lucky. Don't see anything. Oh. Got their attention though. Oh Lord, I didn't even look at the wind. I hit this completely the wrong way. Once they were all looking at me, I was like, maybe I better double check. And I've got the wind blowing right this way. So these guys are not going to be very effective. Maybe I'll be smart, jump down here, check this pond, and then work our way up. I was hoping to just work down and through here, but let's be smart. Give ourselves a chance at least. Since we are right at a pond, I'm going to do the old camera trick just in case something happens to have been spawned in right here. So jump back, try to give it plenty of room to spawn in if it's going to. Or I guess render in, however you want to look at it. I think I walked part of this pond and there wasn't any drink zones around the part I've walked, so probably nothing going to jump in, which is fine. Let's flip Hunter Sense on, see if we see any zones. That looks like a zone right there. I've already picked it up, I guess. So we could have reindeer. That's what I was about to say. And there were reindeer, a couple of them. Just not anywhere I was looking. But, oh, I could have taken a reindeer for that other mission. Oh well. So what I want to do is try to head to about here. Let's see if we can't find a moose. Well, looks like Lynx have been around here. Not recently, but... Oh, I heard a pheasant. Must be at about 250, 300 meters, because I don't see the noise bubble. Where they're at, I may have already checked them, so we're just going to go on. See if we can't find a mature moose. Oh, there's a moose 300 meters away. Perfect. And there may be one closer too, so need to try to be a little more careful. Well, that bird's crazy. I've noticed that where I've been just kind of busting through missions and kind of rushing things a little more than I normally do, I've been taking a lot of really bad shots lately. I mean, they're getting things done, but I've been just kind of rushing too much, spooking more than I should, and rushing my shots. Where was he at? Sounds like he's right down here, but I'm not getting any bubbles. Unless he's directly behind me. No. Well, we don't need the bubbles anyway. You can hear. That's something with this game. It's really bizarre. Oh, wait a minute. Got a little Wolverine. I don't think that's the same. Surely that's not the same moose I was looking at earlier. I think there's another one up in this area. So he's down this way. Probably, what? Around here? A little closer than that, but he's down that way. I think there's another moose over in here. Got all kinds of stuff going on now. There's the moose we were thinking about. Alright. Doesn't look like a mature from here. So there's an adult female. That looks like another female. Nope, it's just a young, or an adult, but a small male. Alright, so those two do me no good. Again, looking for the 500, I'm going to focus on a mature male. So we got a 1-star adult, Wolverine. Yeah, you go on, I don't care about you. Make your little rattlesnake sound. But what I was saying about the sound is it's really odd. If I play the game using the surround sound system I have in here, I have a horrible time picking up direction. And it's a 5.1. It's not an Onkyo or anything. The Logitech system. I can't remember what the number is, but it's good. It sounds good. It's always done a very nice job with directionality for me in other games. But in this game, for some reason, it just doesn't separate. So I cannot at all tell where anything is. It's like it's all just jumbled together. But if I put on the headset, I can usually tell, I won't say exactly all the time, but usually pretty close to where something is when it makes a noise. It, like that, I can tell right where it was. But I can usually tell pretty good with the headset. Just, okay, are you the ones we were looking at earlier? Yeah. That's fine, you can be alerted. You're gonna spook a different direction anyway. Alright, dude. You ain't gotta be all rude. Let's get a little height here. Use this rock and see if we can't see something in the distance. So there's another, golly, all adults. Alright. Good to see some 2-star adults though. Sounds like we've got potential in the area. But I guess we're gonna have to head out this way and see if we can find these guys. This may end up being a complete bust. But I guess that's part of hunting. So we got a 1-star adult and a 2-star adult. And some really loud badgers over here. And yeah, it looks like some red deer on the far side of this pond. doesn't look like anything I'm too interested in there, so let's keep on heading down this way. Is that where that one star was? Golly. You guys make some racket. Uh-oh. Damn. Well, crud. Alright, so that was about 80 yards away. So I need to go to the far side of this, and then she headed pretty much south. So I'm gonna mark this 50, go 30 past that. Kind of keeping an eye on where the Lynx went. That's what I'm up to here. So I know they took off kind of the southern, maybe southeastern, but somewhere in this direction. But I need to get to where they took off from first before I can think about following them. Alright, where's your buddy at? Yeah, it was that one star. Okay, so we're going to leave you guys alone. Don't care about y'all. Another adult does me no good. Oh, wait a minute. There was 3 of them. No, there were 4 of them, but... Oh, they were all together. Okay. Alright, that's fine. They were just all together. Alright, so I should be right on this. I need to go about 30 yards further. So this should be Lynx poop here. Nope, that's moose. Alright, here we go. Here's the Lynx poop. So this is where the Lynx was. And it took off in this direction. So if I think about ranges, probably going to run around 300 meters or so. That thing's still making noise. Need to get a little further. Probably maybe there. That's a little far, but that's alright. So I don't know if that's going to be anything that's going to divert them or not. Like a cliff face or something. I don't think it is here. It looks like it's probably just a little hump. But we're going to walk this way and try to see if we can get our eyes on a lynx. Wasn't what I was hunting for. I was looking for the moose. But I do have that lynx mission, so if I can sneak around and pick up a lynx, because I need a young adult and a mature. And it doesn't even have to be male, it can just be female. So see if we can't sneak our way around them. That's going to be the moose that was spooked. Sneak our way around and not spook them again, hopefully. So I wouldn't expect to see them here. They should be way further than this. There's just a lot more stuff hanging out than I ever expected. I thought it was going to be a little more empty, but I'm running into all kinds of critters everywhere. Now this is probably 50 yards further. Oh, that's so smooth. Probably, I don't know, 25 or 50 yards further than where I think they actually stopped at. So I need to try to kind of keep that in mind. I may be able to see something as soon as we top this little hill. If I climb up on that rock, I might have a good line of sight. Oh, there we go. Let's see. So they were headed roughly this direction. So just too thick to see anything down through there. I could try blind calling them, but I just don't know if they run like 400 meters or how far they run. I'm gonna continue on, and they may have turned too. I mean, that's the thing when you're just kind of blindly following something that's spooked. There's only so much you can do to guarantee that you're in the right spot. Now, if it were open fields and I could have watched them with a camera or something, then that would have made it easier. But I would expect them to be somewhere around this range, about 100 yards out. But if they turned, I'll never see them here. It'd be nice if they'd give out a call or something. I don't know, did the Lynx even call out? I still hear the moose back here, but... Oh, we got something right there. There we go, we got a 2-star adult. So, this is where I thought they would have went at the furthest. They ended up here. That's not bad, I'll take that. And then, again, we knew this was a little bit further than they would have likely went, so... Alright, so we've got a Lynx. We've got the 2-star adult, which I'm not going to shoot, but on the left we have the female. So we're going to quickly change over to oh, I got the SM12. We're going to jump to the 300 and take her out. Oh, she moved. So there he is. Look at that. Okay, so that's her. Let's thread the needle. May have screwed up, I don't know. I only see one running away this direction. Oh, there goes a second one. Dang it. I bet it did screw the needle. Screw it up. Alright, well, we'll just watch them. They turn back. Oh, nope, they just turn back right again. So I'm going to mark there. And they're going to be heading northwest from that mark. Okay. Where'd my mark go? Oh, that mark. But let's first go down here and it was over here. Let's go see if we actually dropped one and there were more together than I thought. And I literally was just talking about taking bad shots, rushing things, and what do? I do exactly that. I take a crazy shot and rush it. Looks like it worked. Although this may be one that was actually here. So if I'm sitting on a zone, pretty darn close to a zone, I may not have found the ones that we spooked, or I may have spooked them into this group. That may be why there were so many. But this should be a female. Yeah, so we got an adult female. That wasn't a bad shot. It's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Overkill, of course, since I was using the 300. Still, not the type of shot you want to take. That was rushing things, but it did everything we needed. So let's just go ahead and turn that mission on, because I know we're going to have to. Alright, so this will be the adult. So we still need a young and a mature. So do we want to try to track them again and see if we can find a young or a mature? Well, they just answered the question for us. So we're about 260 yards this way, which kind of fits. I thought they were going to be more northwest, and maybe it's a different group. So we're coming up here on the mark where I marked them after they'd ran for like 100 meters or so, and I thought they'd went more this direction, but they were more this direction. Let me clear out a bunch of these markers. Just wipe them out. I don't need them. Right, there we go. So we've got a young female on the right. So let's go ahead and take the young. Get too prone. That is not the shot I want to take. That's the spooked ones too. Oh, so I want to push my luck with a super quartering shot. 300 against the Lynx, I think I can pull it off. Alright. Next Lynx is down. Really had not planned on hunting a bunch of Lynx. I would have preferred to have kept a smaller rifle for that, but when in Rome. Well, we're making progress anyway. 2 mission animals knocked out. Unfortunately, neither were what I was really looking for, but I'll take it. I think that was actually the first Lynx I'd killed too. The one we just took. Yeah, so we just shredded that lung, which is kind of what I was expecting. Super steep angle going in. I mean, we're almost behind it. I could have taken a little further left, but we did everything we needed to. So that's going to be the young knocked out. Again, way overkill, but I'm not too worried about money, so. Alright, so now we need a mature Lynx. But I also need the moose and the reindeer. And a 5-star pheasant. Didn't run into any more moose over here, but I never did run through this section. We kind of got sidetracked. Oh, mercy me, where do I want to go? Maybe I just head towards this shore here. I don't think there's going to be many moose down in there, though. I think well, there may be a couple. I don't know. I think the bulk of them are further up, but we're going to go this way anyway. So we're going to head to the shore. So we'll go east and then work our way down and see what we run into. Yeah. So east. Maybe we'll run into a mature Lynx while we're up here. As long as they call out ahead of time, I'm game. I'm not going to try to chase those any further. I don't know if those were the same ones, but it was only a 2-star adult left to that pair, so. Or all but I saw anyway. So we'll run over here, hit the shoreline, go down to maybe this harbor point at the furthest, and then wrap up for tonight. Hopefully we can finish up something though. Either the lynx or moose. May run into reindeer. If we do, then well, we'll work on the reindeer one. We've got to get 300 kilograms, I think, of reindeer too. So plenty of stuff to work on. I don't have any clue if there's any reindeer in this area. I looked over at next map and saw moose were. Dang it. Moose were spooked is what they were. Alright, so way on the other side and heading down the shore. We don't have any Arctic fox missions, I don't think. Get eyes on him, I'll take a look. But alright, let's head on down this way. Well, there's something right out here in front of me. Or directly behind me. No, it's in front of me. I think the moose that we spooked went further down, so this should be a different moose. And we're not too far from the shore, so I'm gonna So I'm guessing we're about 320 meters from the shore. Okay. Further than I thought. Or if they're that far, maybe they're on this little island? I mean, if that's 320, that's like, what, here? Even further. Yeah, so that's like way up here. I'm not chasing them. We need to go this way. I am going to continue to work my way towards this coast, though. Oh, heard a duck. Never going to get a shot off at them in the woods like this. Is that the same Arctic fox? Probably. It's not as bad as Matariki where you have all the solos and every time you move you spook stuff, but man, there is stuff everywhere. Now that one was closer. It's because he's right there. But I've already looked at these guys. We know what they are. I think that hunting in Lint is going to be one of the deals where if you just go slow and let the animals call out and let you know what's around, you're gonna find a ton of stuff to hunt. And it may just be the areas I've happened to have been in, but I'm constantly running into stuff. What are you? You are a two-star adult. That's what I just looked at. I do find myself turning myself around more just because in the woods there's no landmarks. I keep going back to the same places. Alright, so the ones that we spooked should be somewhere down through here. Let's see if we can get some eyes. Well, I don't see them. So they came and they were going through here. Now they may have went anywhere down here. Kind of figured they'd be along that coastline though. Of course, depending on how deep this water is, that could have forced them to turn again. Well, I'm not seeing anything near the water through there. Alright. Now would be a good time for them to go ahead and call out for me so I know where they're at. that wouldn't be those guys. Well, I saw movement for a second. That's the 2-star from earlier. We need these to call out. Wrong one's called out. Come on now, help me out here. Or they've hit that water. Who knows which direction they bounced from there. They may not be down in here at all. Again, I still like these woods though. You can see you don't have a lot of openness, but you can at least see things. And like a moose is big enough to where, yeah, I know you were back here. A moose is big enough to where you can get a good shot of the body. I thought that was one for a second, but it's just a tree. You can get a good shot of the body through the gaps, even if it's not a true shooting range or shooting line. You can at least see something. I need to watch it. If they did come this way, I've got to be getting really close to where they're at. I don't think they came this way. I'm not seeing anything. And I'm not getting any calls. Let's head out along this coastline just a little further and see if maybe there's something over here. I kind of feel like if they were down in here, if I was close enough, they would have called out by now. I could always hit the low fit collar and see if I can get something to respond. Might not be a bad idea. Oh, Lord. Oh, there it was. Oh, females, that'd be even better. Because I'm not trying to call the males over or anything, I just want to try to get something to respond. So whenever they go to stop, maybe they'll call out or call out when it's time for them to trot back. If there's anything in the area. sure not seeing anything if there is. And them guys back there are making a ton of racket, but they did me no good. So that timer should have had him make an alert call by now. I don't think we had anything within 250. I've certainly not seen anything if there is. And I think we're getting kind of to the far end of the range for the moose by now. There may be a drink zone. What in the world's going on with that shaking? Alright. There may be a drink zone down here or something, but I think we're getting pretty far out for them. I'm not running into anything right now. What time is it? It's 1 o'clock already. Wow, time's flying by. Where you at, bird? Which way are you going? There we go. What we got? 1-star adults. Is that the whole flock? 3? Really? Alright. Yep, so rare zone. Okay, we got northern lynx often down here, but I don't know what time to drink offhand. So they drink at 9, they sleep at 12. So they won't be around either. 3 ducks in the flock. See, that's one of the things that it kind of feels like Nine Rock just continues to do to us. They heard complaints that people weren't finding animals in Transylvania, especially early on. So to fix that, they added a crap ton of animals. Okay, so Aurora Shores was just stuffed full of critters. And for most, maybe I won't say most, but for a lot of people, it just was just too busy. So people complained about that. They dropped Tikamoon, and they actually did a great job with it. It's got a ton of animals and all these giant herds, but it's a big open area, and it was balanced well. But people were complaining that they... Oh, hang on. Thought I heard something. But people had been complaining about, you know... Alright, I just heard it again. What is that? No. Anyway, people were complaining that they wanted the bucks and stuff to be solo, to be separated from the herd. So they added more solos, and they went plumb batshit crazy with solos on Matariki. Oh, is that something looking at us? I don't think so. No, just trees. But they went completely just overboard with tons and tons of solos in Matariki. I mean, too many. It runs the hunting. There's just so many of them. So in order, what it feels like is in order to fix that, they went with fewer animals. It wasn't the number of animals that was a problem, it was the number of herds. But they went with, it seems here, they went with fewer animals in each herd for most of the herds. And it's like, just balance it out. It's fine. You can have 8 or 10 ducks in a flock. That's not a problem. You can have, 6 or 8 whatevers in whatever herds. Just don't have them stacked on top of each other. Don't have them every 50 yards or whatever. It's like they always just go a little too far when they try to do something. And then when they're building out like a new mechanic or whatever, it's like they do the opposite. They go with the most minimal most of the time for whatever it is. It just drives me batty. I will say with the ammo patch though, they really impressed me with how much they put in it. It was definitely a lot more than I expected. But at the same token, by doing so much, we now have a pretty significant balance issue that probably should be addressed a little bit. It's not horrible, but I think they've probably. I think what they did is really focused on getting the numbers real for the energies and stuff, which is great. I'm perfectly fine with that. But if you're going to take all of your weapons and change the energies to be real, you need to consider the impact that has on A, the animals, being able to shoot them and drop them, and B, some of the things people do in game like long range shooting. So effectively you kind of broke two things to make one thing better, and that's frustrating. And it's also frustrating to not be finding anything. We're almost down to that little marina. Well, there were definitely no moose down through there, so I don't think we're going to find any moose. I've not heard anything call out down this way, so I doubt we're going to run into a whole lot of anything. We'll walk on down to the marina and just wrap up the hunt there. I'd prefer to end finishing a mission or doing something, but there's not even any question marks nearby. So looks like we're probably just going to end on a womp-womp. A big nothing burger to end it. Maybe we'll see something over here on this hill that we can take a shot at. Let's jump to camera mode and see if we see anything around. We got a couple Arctic fox going up the hill. Looks like they're traveling, they probably won't get a good opportunity to take either of those. maybe. It's a long ways. It's almost 500 meters to the top of that hill. Well, let's go see if we see him at least. So those guys, where are they at? Up here, almost to the right. They're right there. Probably can't get a read on. Oh, yeah, I can. Well, 1-star adult and a young female. That's not. What is that? Can't tell what it is. May just be grass. But neither of those are shooters that I'm looking for, so I think we're just gonna have to end with nothing. Not the most exciting hunt. I apologize, folks, but you know that's kind of hunting. That's the way it works. Did see a ton of moose, tons of moose, and you know we could have taken out a bunch of females if we just wanted to kill something. But I was really looking forward to that mature male to try to finish up at mission. We did get 2 of the Lynx, so we did get 2 of those knocked out. So that's a plus. So a little more in the right direction, getting close to wrapping these up, and then I can go hunt whatever. Hopefully on the next hunt things go a little more efficiently, because yeah, this was not a lot happening. All right, well, we're going to wrap it up, guys. I appreciate you hanging around. If you made it this far, I apologize. I do. I prefer to have a lot more happening than what we did, but knocking out these last missions, it's going to be a little slow, I think, at times, so it is what it is. I appreciate it, guys, though. If you enjoy it, please do the like and subscribe. It certainly does help. And you guys have a good night. God bless, and happy hunting.